Now, I have been talking, the next question was, can AI tools assist in identifying suitable journals? Yes, they can. I'll quickly talk about ChatGPT before. I'll turn them into two classes. One is the, let's say, the more generalistic ChatGPT, Claude, and so on, regular chatbots. And the second kind of category of such tools is really a AI-based journal selector tool that has a distinct purpose and is not a generalizable tool. And my point of view here is the general tools, ChatGPT, Claude, any other openly available LLM, large scale, they do give you a recommendation, definitely. You can give them an abstract, you can probably even give them an entire manuscript and they'll recommend something. But this recommendation typically is not the greatest because it will miss some of the niche journals that are still very important to your field. So in every field, for me, like I said before, it was virology, there's a couple of journals that have a relatively low impact factor when you compare it across all disciplines of life sciences. But they're absolutely overrepresented in the types of, in the manuscripts that certain groups will submit there or will publish there. And these are much more relevant. So you will read, for me, it was Journal of Virology, for example, an impact factor of 3.6, 4, something like that, when I was publishing there. So it sounded quite low compared to Nature and everything else. But that's where most of the information that I was looking at was coming from. And if you have a tool that generalizes extremely, like ChatGPT or Claude or any other chatbot like this, they will not recommend this because they don't see that point that it might be extremely important to the niche field. And that is where the general tools suffer a bit from the precision. They will have probably a couple of good recommendations, but they don't have the full breadth. Then if there's AI-based journal selector tools, they can be used. It has to be ideally with a track record from being used before, because the journals that are out there don't change too much, especially the reputable ones. They have been around for a while. There might be some new ones coming up every once in a while, but there's not that much movement. So experience a lot of the time beats a faster AI algorithm. So if there's just a new tool that has been around for a couple of weeks, so I'm exaggerating on purpose, it might give you a nice recommendation. All of that sounds awesome, and it's hard to decide if that is a good recommendation or not. But the reason really is that the best that you can do? So I would recommend a tool that has been around for longer, something like Journal Selector or some from the different publishing houses. And most of them have established AI-based recommendations there as well. You can chat with that. Depends on if it's necessary or not. In this case, I really argue that it's a relatively straightforward matching thing, and probably the algorithm that has before analyzed the abstract and made a recommendation based on the hard criteria on the journals that they have. So it's really about understanding the abstract and so on. This has not changed too much. And if it has changed, it is implementing the LLMs for that step only, and then only matches to that database. And the database is their secret sauce. So I'd recommend something that has been around, no matter if they are using AI or not by now.